scientist in me says, well, what can I do with this? So we start figuring out what do these sites look like. Because the biggest question we get is, what does the darknet look like? And it's sort of like asking, what does the internet look like? These are I2P sites, and what's interesting is, one, these are basically a single directory with a whole bunch of files in it, and it's these interesting connections of what connects between sites. How do these sites relate to each other? Here's another site. This is what it looked like in February 2017. It's a .onion site. You can probably barely see this, but this blue right here is the one we crawled. And then you look at all the other content out here and who links to what. Interestingly, they link to like New York Times and Countercurrent and all these other ClearNet sites. And then here's what it looks like 6 months later. So in 6 months, they've been busy making connections. This is the same original site. And here's how more complex their network has gotten, of where they've connected to, who they've made connections with, and how all these connections relate to each other. So this is the start of the mapping on the darknet. Here's another site that has a ton of links to it. You start crawling one .onion, how they link to each other. I'm more interested in what they link to and how they link to it, and where they cross ClearNet, they cross various darknets. There's I2P links between onions and I2Ps. And it starts to give you an idea of how big this stuff is, who's talking to who, and where the networks work. And that's all I have. We got 3 minutes left. Any questions?
Any questions? Here is one.
Hi, Andrew. Can you explain, where you see the future of the darknet, maybe the darknet 2 years from now? Is it still around, or is it taken down by law enforcement or whatever?
Yeah. So my guess is that we're going to see an explosion of darknets. So think of